Despite appearances, this is not a film prop from a Star Wars sequel. This is a 2000 lumen flashlight from Hotligh. And if you stick around till the end of the video, you can find out how to win one free. So, let's test it out. This is the Hotligh 2000 lumen worklight, and I don't usually do an unboxing video, but there's so few items in here that it's easy enough to show you what you got. We have a user manual, actually more of a user sheet with fairly small type, and we have a QR card for registering your product, and we have a USB-C cable, pretty basic. And we have our Hotligh 2000 lumen worklight. Now this is that sort of wedge or flat flashlight design, and it almost is almost small enough to be an EDC, but this is a worklight. It's a little bit bigger than I'd want for an EDC. It is just a bit over 4.5 inches long, a little less than 5 inches, and a little less than 2 inches wide, and almost an inch thick. I'd say about 3/4 of an inch, not including the clip here. And it is pretty hefty feeling. Let's just weigh this thing and see. Let's see. We are looking at about just under 6 ounces. So yeah, not super heavy, but yeah, certainly not as light as I'd want for an EDC. That's something I'd keep in my pocket. That's certainly something I'd want to clip onto a work belt more than just carry around in my pocket. It's pretty solid. It's all aluminum metal construction on the housing. Feels pretty solid. Got some nice cuts along the body, the case to provide some good grip points overall. 2 buttons on the side. They control the 2 different light sources. You have your side flood and you have your spot at the very end. And it has an LED lighting strip that shows you your battery charge capacity, as well as a breathing light. And it can tail stand. It's flat enough to tail stand, and the tail also has magnets. So yeah, you could use this, clip this onto to the side of a cabinet, or put this underneath a hood and use this as a work light. As a work light, you've got the 2 buttons here. You have your main spot. Press the button on the top there to turn it on, and you can see the charge indicator. Press it again to get high mode, and press it again to turn it off. And unfortunately, it does not have mode memory, which is kind of a shame, considering nowadays it's pretty much should be standard in all work lights and EDC lights. But it does have a stepless brightness, so you turn it on, and if you keep the button pressed after that, you can dim it, and that blink says that it's its lowest brightness, and then you can press it again and it'll go to its maximum brightness, and again it'll blink when it reaches its maximum brightness. So you can have some fine adjustments, but it doesn't remember the last brightness mode, so that's unfortunate there. Now our side flood, press that, you get a low, high, and you get a UV mode. Double press, you turn on the breathing mode on this strip, and it cycles through RGB colors. Has a couple of different modes. Seems a little bit more of a gimmick than an emergency signal light. Yeah, definitely more disco than emergency, but I don't know. Let me know if you have any use for a breathing light, or at least one that cycles through all these different colors like this. Not quite sure if it has any usable function other than as a party light. All right, and of course there is a little cover on the side, on the other side from the buttons. That is where our USB charging port is. This is IPX6 rated, which means that this will survive heavy rain or heavy water jets, but it is not designed to be fully submerged. So let's see, we can attach a USB-C cable to this, and you can see the charge indicator now. It's not quite fully full, but we'll recharge this until it's fully full, and then we'll give it a lumen test next. I fully recharged the flashlight and let it run for about 10 seconds before testing to warm up the battery. And while my testing box is not a NASA-designed scientific instrument, I did calibrate it to a reliable 100 lumen lamp, and based on my calculations, I got close to 3,000 lumens. Wow. This is the Hotligh on low mode for the spot. And you can see the hot spot's about 4.5 feet wide at this distance, about 10 feet away from the door. And there's a gradual transition into the spill. And this is on high mode. Now I'm going to switch over to the side light. This is the flood, pretty wide flood. And this is on high mode. And you can see there's really no hot spot on the flood. Here is the Hotligh spotlight on low. Now switching over to high output. Industry standard drop tests are from 1 meter or 3 feet. I'm going to drop it from 6 feet twice onto rocks and dirt, so we'll see if it still works. The manufacturer claims a 15-hour runtime that's probably set at low. Well, I'm going to set it at high, and let's see how long this will run. But don't worry, you won't have to sit here for hours. I've set the camera on time-lapse. And while we're watching the sped-up footage, put some skin in the game. Leave a comment right now and give us your best guess as to how many minutes you think this flashlight will run. And that's 1 hour done, and the flashlight is still pretty bright. Oh, but now a red light has turned on. I wonder if that means it's going to be shutting off sometime soon. Do you think it'll make it to 100 minutes? And it did. But it stopped at 108 minutes. And that was impressive considering it ran mostly in high mode, which was over 2,000 lumens. Alright, just want to remind you to hit that like button and the subscribe button and notification bell buttons right now before this video ends. Just takes a second, it's absolutely free, but as an extra incentive, well, if you're a subscriber to this channel, well then you're qualified to enter the free contest to win one of these flashlights. Hotligh is giving one away on my live stream show, and you can find complete details at moondogindustries.com/contest on my website. And if you've hit the notification bell, well, you'll be notified about details of that free contest and the drawing. Deadline to enter is December 31st, 2025, and I'll be drawing the winner on my live stream show. So good luck on that. And I want to thank Hotligh for providing the prize in that contest, as well as for sending out a 2,000 lumen, this 2,000 lumen flashlight for me to test. Now, it's unfortunate that their name is Hotligh. I'm guessing they were trying to be clever by using the words hot light and then leaving off the T to be unique. But, you know, in English, Hotligh sounds like L-I-E. Yeah, so that's a little unfortunate, but what isn't a lie is that this thing is crazy bright. Now, they're claiming 2,000 lumens. In my testing, it was closer to 3,000 lumens, so it's always nice when a product underpromises and overperforms. And this certainly is a big performer. It is rock solid in terms of its construction. It looks pretty darn cool and has a lot of different modes. It has UV, it has RGB light. The only thing missing for me is a memory mode, or mode memory, I should say. And that's pretty standard with most flashlights nowadays, so I'm wondering why they left this out. Do you think that's a deal breaker for you? Now, it would be if you were thinking about using this as a duty light, or really, I wouldn't necessarily consider this an EDC because it is so freaking chalky, but it is a great work light. It has a flat bottom that is magnetic, so, and in terms of the light output and the fact that it has a flood beam as well, this thing really lights up a space, so very useful as a work light. So if you're interested in picking up one of these, you can find more information on my website at moondogindustries.com, and you'll find a link to that article in the video description. So thanks for using the affiliate links in that article, and good luck on that contest. God bless. Moondog out. Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.